Good day. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Hope you're having a fantastic day, no matter what time it is that you're seeing me in my ducky bathrobe, pajama grandma glory, or hearing me, just hearing my voice. If you happen to be just catching me at my podcast, then you just get to hear my voice, which is probably a good thing, because on some days like these wild and crazy hair days, it is probably best to just hear my voice and not see me. So my new adventure, what's she up to now? I like to get on a live video every day and just kind of document the journey of my transition from the brick and mortar business world to the online business world. What's working, what's not, what's frustrating, what's I figured out, what I've done that's a complete waste of time, the mistakes I've made, but then the successes I've had as well. So yesterday I was working on a website or a sales funnel, whatever you want to call it, and I discovered I have to make some changes in my videos. I was going one direction, and actually what I found is I was doing a little site review of one of my own sites. And I love doing site reviews for people. They're really fun. And what I find is it's really easy to do it for someone else based on all the things you know, but it's really hard to do it on the things that you're creating for yourself. At least I find it is for me. I think we get so close to things that we don't realize that we're making some of the same mistakes that other people are making on our very own funnels and sites and things. So I was looking through and working on one of mine because I want to make an offer today, and I realized that it had a totally inconsistent message. It had like 3 different messages on a page, just one page I'm talking about, on my thank you page. Instead of having one direct route to take people to, which is kind of my cardinal rule for everything when it comes to doing online pages and things, I had 3. I'm like, oh my God, you can't ask people to do 3 things or make a decision among 3 things. It's too many, and a confused mind always says no. One of my first cardinal rules of looking at a website. So I changed that, and then as I was sleeping last night, I realized that I can make a lot better copy and bullet points than what I've got on there. I just kind of was winging it, and that's not okay. I need to go back and revisit those bullet points today and fix those because they don't match who it is I ideally want to attract for that particular offer. And I don't want to work with people I don't want to work with. I've done plenty of that in my life, and it's hard, and at my age, it doesn't have to be that hard anymore. So I'm going to change the way I approach that and the things that I say in that to make sure I'm attracting the people that will most want to work with me and that I also most want to work with. Because guess what? It's a two-way street. And we can set our lives up to be fantastic, or we can set them up to be miserable. And I've learned that working with people that aren't a match with you and your personality and the type of people you want to work with can make your life miserable and way more stressful than it has to be. So I'm going to go back into my own site with my own site review and fix at least those 2 blaring things to me, because they're blaring to me. I probably need a pithier headline as well, and so maybe I'll have to take a little run into funnel scripts and see what else I can find that will trigger my imagination and sound a little bit better, and again, be more right on a message to market match with my ideal clients. So I'm working on that today. I also have a coaching call with one of my mentors, and that's always a good thing, especially as I'm making a massive directional change, at least for the next 12 months. And then I will come back to working with things I am passionate about, but I, for personal reasons, have to make a directional change. And so I need some coaching and help and guidance on that to make sure that it's consistent with who I am, which it is, because it's me and I'm doing it, so it's consistent with who I am. But so that my attractive character, who I really am, and Pajama Grandma, because I'm Pajama Grandma, making sure that that matches, but also attracts the clientele that I want to work with and the people that I know I can help. And I don't want it to be a turn-off to them. I have a bunch of mosquito bites. I'm sitting here itching my ankle. TMI, right? So those are just a couple things I'm working on. I lined up some awesome interviews for next week. I'm really excited about them. Had a couple coaching calls yesterday and discovery type calls, but that aren't really up my alley and aren't really what I'm doing. But they were interesting. It's always interesting to hear how different places share their offerings, and some things are really still very old school, and I find that fascinating, as well as the new technology and the new way things are going, because the old school stuff still works, and so people are still selling it. Now, I don't know how effectively it works. I suspect pretty effectively, because the organization I was talking to has been in business for 11 years, and you know, you don't stay in business for 11 years if you're not doing something right. So that's what I've got going today. I hope you have a terrific day, and I will see you tomorrow with another update of what I'm up to now, because this is my selfish little spot to share what I'm up to. And I hope that as I struggle with things and figure things out, that I'm giving you some value and you're learning some things too as you're building your online world and your little online empire, because that's what we all kind of want to do. We all want to change the world and make it a better place, and that is now going through the internet. It's not as much the traditional business world as it is quicker and easier to start out and transition and do things on the internet. And so that's what attracted me to it. That's it. See you tomorrow. Bye.